Welcome to New York Knicks basketball, presented by Chase. Tonight, the Knicks play in prime time here in Dallas, Texas, as this 5-game road swing continues against the Dallas Mavericks. After missing 2 games with an ankle sprain, Jalen Brunson makes his return to the lineup and to the American Airlines Center, where he spent the first 4 years of his career. And after impressive comeback effort fell short despite a big fourth quarter on Monday from Karl Anthony Towns, the Knicks take the floor in the Lone Star State in search of their first road win of the season. Glad you're with us, everybody. Alongside the Hall of Famer Walt Clyde Frazier, I'm Tyler Murray in for Mike Green. It really was a valiant comeback effort on Monday in Miami. Knicks were down 10 with 3 minutes left and had a chance to win it on their final possession. But as encouraging as that fourth quarter was, it also helped you realize just how much the Knicks missed Jalen Brunson, and the clutch player of the year is back again. Initially, maybe 1 week, maybe 2, he'd be out, but only 2 games missed and squeaking that ankle at home against Orlando, and the Knicks are happy to have him back.
Yeah, the captain's showing a lot of resiliency, folks. Remember, last season he missed 15 games with that type of injury. So I think returning in a nick of time, the Knicks have yet to win on the road, 0 for 4. So the captain, can provide his offense, dishing, switching. He's a maestro, virtuoso. So he's doing it all, 28 points, 6 assists. Obviously missing a few games. He should come out energized and mesmerizing and getting the love from his teammates as well.
He's hoping for his 3rd consecutive 30-point game overall this season, and also it would be his 3rd 30-point game against his former team at these Dallas Mavericks. Speaking of those Mavericks, this might be the most talked about 4-11 team in NBA history. They are clearly ready to move on from that Luka Doncic trade, but it's been tough to because of all the injuries. Kyrie Irving an ACL tear, Anthony Davis dealing with a calf issue, and tonight no Cooper Flag because of an illness. So they're going to need a big night.
Red flag.
That's Cooper Flag. So you're going to need P.J. Washington to really step up. He's been filling a lot of holes, but pressure on him tonight.
Yeah, the fans are familiar with Washington when he played with Charlotte. Most of his damage coming off the bench. Now he's one of the guys in Dallas, averaging 15 points to go with 7 rebounds. Very effervescent, vivacious, tenacious, getting into the paint. So they've got to deny his forays, defend him on the perimeter, and keep him around his average of 15 points tonight. They can ill afford for him to create havoc, bounding and astounding, how to put a body on him at all times. Come away with a victory tonight.
You might remember Washington 2 years ago when the Mavericks upset the Thunder in the Western Conference playoffs. He was lights out from three-point land, and who knows what might have happened for OKC 2 years ago. Mikal Bridges has been red hot for the Knicks, really taking to this new Mike Brown system, especially Monday in Miami. 23 points before the fourth quarter even started, and he's put together some eye-popping defensive numbers as well. You see 4 blocks in the previous game. That ties a career high. For the Knicks, 0-4 away from home so far this season. They'll get a great chance to get in the win column away from MSG here tonight against a short-handed Dallas Mavericks team. Jalen Brunson back in the lineup as the Knicks take on the Mavs here in Dallas on MSG.
Became a Knick. Also of note here, the Knicks on the road, Allen, 0-4, looking for the first road win of the season. And the difference here, home, road, look at the offensive rating differential.
And it has to do with the three-point shooting. It's a stark difference on the road for home when it comes to three-point shooting, especially in the corner. The Knicks are almost 40% from 3 at home. They go down to 31% on the road. It's a difference of almost over 10 points a game for them. And as you see that right there in the rating. The other thing to watch too is turnovers. They were turning at home. They turn turnovers into points at a higher rate, plus 7.5. On the road, they are turning it over more, and the other team is the one that's getting the points off turnovers, -8. So that is also the big difference. Take care of the basketball, shoot your threes, and you'll win games. Lots of them.
And against Miami in the loss Monday night, the Knicks made a season-low 9 threes. Here's Josh Hart now on the road woes.
I don't think we're going to go 0-41 on the road, so I think at some point it will, bounce in our favor, and, so we just got to make sure we're fully locked in. Obviously, whenever we're, on the road, we just got to make sure that we're communicating at a high level, that we know the scout, that we know personnel, and we go out to execute.
This seems like it comes down to making the shots.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they talked about the loss in Miami. One of the conversations after the game from the coaching staff and also the players was one of a belief that they got good shots. They felt like they were getting quality shots. They weren't knocking them down like they were at a very high rate on Friday. You also saw a Miami team that already knew it was coming because they played them on Friday, were very prepared to take away the corner. They shot 10 fewer corner threes in that game, and they only made one. So there, you had a team that was ready to take away all the things you want to do. You want to continue to find ways to exploit it. Brunson being back is huge also because there's a guy that gets into the paint, draws defense, and then sprays it out for those kick-out threes that end up being open looks. I imagine with him back in the game, it'll be a lot easier to get some of those shots.
By the way, the home-road split advanced stat presented by Caesars Sportsbook. Hart in the last 2 games in double figures, in the game before last, triple-double, really seems to be starting to round into the form that we expect. Of course, last year as a starter, now seems to really be fitting in and very comfortable with his role off the bench.
Well, certainly when he's getting the 34 minutes a game. Remember, last year he led the NBA in minutes per game. Coming off the bench, playing fewer minutes can affect you. He admitted that for him, it's a major adjustment that he's making. He did say it's a bit of a sacrifice as well for what this is the role that they want for me. But coming off the bench, even Mike Brown said, I had to figure out how to use Josh Hart, what he was to this team. And the more you see him, like we know Josh Hart, we've seen him for the last couple of years on this team. We know what he brings. For a coach, you've got to see it and start to understand, oh, okay, I see what he does. This guy's a Swiss Army knife. We don't know from night to night what he's bringing. You got to let the game, he lets the game happen and he figures out how he can impact winning. But that's the one major thing he does do. Josh Hart impacts winning.
I mentioned the Knicks made only 9 threes against Miami the other night. They took 36, which ties for a season low. And Karl Anthony Towns from downtown went only 1 out of 7. Here's Cat on his shooting.
We took some good shots, we just didn't make them. And it's unfortunate, too, because, you know, I can only speak for myself. I thought I took some good shots. I thought they were good. I felt good. Just, you know, it just didn't go in, hasn't really gone in too well. So the numbers will always number out. So average is always average out. So I'm confident in my shot. I'm going to keep shooting, keep being aggressive, and, you know, keep finding ways to impact winning and hopefully help us win games.
Alan, Cat did have 18 points in the second half at Miami Monday night, and he also had that shot barely pop out that would have forced overtime.
Rolled out. Now, look, he's one of the top shooters. A lot of people are talking about him as one of the greatest big man shooters in the history of the game. When you start developing that reputation and teams know you got to run him off the line, you've got to body up on him off the line. What we're seeing this season is Karl Anthony Towns is not shooting with his toes on the line. He's shooting it from beyond the line. We're talking about 26, 28 footers. These are longer shots for him, and when they come up on him, he's driving. So he's got to adjust now to how teams have adjusted to his great shooting.
All right, so it's Towns and the Knicks. They're 8-1 at home, but 0-4 on the road, looking for their first win away from MSG. Jalen Brunson is back, and we have the opening tip.
Next 4-11, Dallas Mavericks. Take a look at the starting lineup. First for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson in there for the first time in the last couple of games. Landry Shamet will make his 5th start with New York. Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns, and Mitchell Robinson rounding out the lineup. This is game 8 for Mitch. He's averaging 16.5 minutes per game. And you've got Klay Thompson into the game. Starting lineup for Cooper Flag. What do they say? Man plans, the basketball gods laugh. They were hoping to celebrate their #1 overall pick tonight. First time in his NBA career, Flag unavailable on Cooper Flag poster giveaway night. Let's get you Abu Dhabi Find Your Pace, presented by Experience Abu Dhabi. Clyde, keys to the game.
Yeah, let's talk about defense, especially against the 3-ball. Rebounding always important. You can control the glass, you can control the pace, and show some pride tonight, folks. They are 0-4 on the road. The captain's returning. They've got to get it on. Let's go, Knicks.
That was a wild game on Monday in Miami, a 115-113 loss. A game that had 21 lead changes, and neither team led by more than 6 until late in the 4th, when the Knicks almost overcame a late 10-point deficit.
And those are the games that you don't sleep after. Because you're thinking, if I woulda, shoulda, coulda, I could have done something to win the game, so they can redeem themselves tonight.
Jalen Brunson, he's played well against his former team, but the Knicks have not picked up a win when he's been available against Dallas. 0-3 so far when the Knicks take on the Mavericks, since they made perhaps the best free agent signing in, well, recent NBA history, bringing Brunson here from Dallas.
Yeah, among the leaders in dishing and swishing is Brunson. 28 points, 6 assists. So they'll need another virtuoso effort tonight.
Averaging 8 assists per game over his last 4 contests. And Karl Anthony Towns, 12 double-doubles now. He's tied with Nikola Jokic for the NBA lead.
Yeah, he's 12 rebounds. He's the 3rd best rebounder in the NBA, averaging 21 a game.
And he's scoring 22 points tonight, even with the 3-point shot not quite heated up yet, as head coach Mike Brown looks to get the Knicks their first road win of the season. And Jalen Brunson is ready to roll. How about Landry Shamet lately, Clyde? He's fit right into the starting lineup, and the Knicks need him with OG Anunoby still out for at least a couple weeks.
Yep. Normally they would try and deuce, but they like Shamet, so he's been producing. And the Mavs have been ravaged by injuries, of course. AD, Anthony Davis, all these guys are still out. No timetable on what's his name's return, right?
Kyrie Irving still recovering from ACL surgery last spring. Dante Exum's been out all year with a knee injury. And you see Derek Lively tipping it up against Robinson. They're managing a knee sprain for him. Same story with Daniel Gafford. He missed the first 5 games of the year with a left ankle injury. So a battle of attrition early on in the NBA season. And the Knicks will possess off the opening tip. Split the season series last year with the Mavericks. The home team won each game by 15 points. Brunson and Towns, good to see those two working together again. Shamet will repost Towns, give it go. Shamet draws a foul and scores. A hot start for the Knicks and a chance at a 3-point play.
Sharing means caring. So let's take a look at the dazzling passing here by the Knicks. Towns breaking down the defense, getting it back, slicing inside is Shamet. And that's why he's getting a start, folks. He does a lot of different things, the defense, the 3 balls, slicing and dicing this time.
You said it. That's exactly what Mike Brown likes so much about Landry Shamet, how quickly he makes decisions and how effectively he moves off the ball. And we saw it there.
Interesting scenario here. This crowd does not sit until the Mavs score a point.
They got a couple of interesting traditions here in Dallas.
Yeah, like college, more like college traditions.
Williams takes Towns to the rim. A good contest from Cat, but an extra opportunity with the Klay Thompson 3. In and out. That went off the front rim, and Lively got rejected by Robinson.
Bridges wheeling.
Always pushing the pace. Trailer 3. Karl Anthony Towns left it short. And Max Christie gets the rebound.
Towns has been struggling with that deep 3 ball. Normally his forte.
At 33% for the season. Hit a huge triple down the stretch on Monday, though. Strong defense on Washington. Mavericks have missed their first 4 shots. Bridges,
good screen by Robinson to free up Bridges.
He'll take Williams in the lane and hits a fall away. 5-0 New York.
You mentioned Bridges' previous games, stealing and dealing. I had ubiquitous going, omnipresent, everything about him. Nothing in the 4th quarter. So he's got to continue to play through this game tonight.
He tied a career high with 7 steals on Friday, and then tied a career high with 4 blocks on Monday. Thompson drives on Brunson. Hook pass to nowhere, but Williams tips it over to Washington. Got Towns off his feet, but another miss from Dallas, and then a whistle on a loose ball foul on New York, as it looks like Bridges are trying to keep Lively away from that offensive rebound.
You can see Dallas a little tentative, apprehensive. So they've yet to score. The crowd continues to stand. So the foul was a non-shooting foul. The Mavs have it along the sideline. Jason Kidd, former Knick, one of the greatest to ever play the game.
Pass was kicked by Landry Shamet.
Yeah, you knew Kidd would be a coach. He was a coach on the floor. So shrewd and clever.
Yeah, Hall of Fame point guard Jason Kidd, and now his 5th year. With more to come, he got his contract extended in the offseason. The fans still standing here in Dallas 2 minutes in.
As the Mavs continue to be in disarray.
Williams flashing inside. That's an offensive foul. He clocked Bridges with the offhand, and Mikal Bridges is shaken up.
Bridges is really playing terrific defense, folks. He's among the leaders in steals with 2 a game. And right there, very blatant foul. Watch how he just jumps into the jaw of Bridges.
Bridges is still down. That's the second foul on Brandon Williams. Of course, the NBA's Iron Man. He can bounce back better than anybody in the league, but he took a shot that time.
And they're looking for a flagrant. Yeah, I think it should be. It's interesting here, folks, that Flagg was used as a point guard, and something he never did in college. But Jason Kidd was using him as a point guard. That didn't work out. They have D'Angelo Russell here, who's a very good point guard, I think, but they have no faith in him. They played him for three games, and then they gave up.
Yeah, they're really figuring out how to fill that point guard role until Kyrie Irving comes back.
The contact to the face was just a common foul. Nothing unnatural with the elbow by the offensive player, but the offensive foul will stand. It'll be out of bounds.
Scott Foster in his 32nd season says it's just a common foul against Brandon Williams. As you see, Bridges 570 consecutive games, a streak that goes back pre-college.
Yep, the NBA's current Iron Man. Playing a good ball, having a career year, 15 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, the 2 steals as well.
Yeah, the 5 assists per game is on pace for a career high. And they certainly need his defense now more than ever with OG Anunoby still on the bench. Standing continues for these Mavericks fans. Waiting until the first bucket from the home team. Shamet in the lane, blocked by Lively. He's one of the best shot blocking teams in the NBA. And Towns can't connect on the second opportunity.
Lively 7'1", doing a good job.
Well, here's your guy, D'Angelo Russell, over his former Timberwolf teammate, Karl Anthony Towns. And now they can rest those legs and take advantage of those seats they paid for on a Wednesday night. They're probably expecting to see #1 overall pick Cooper Flagg, but he's out with an illness. And a turnover by Bridges. Russell leads the break, feeds a cutting Christie, and the game is tied just like that.
Russell very catalytic, just checking in the game. Had a 3-ball, now pushing on a good dish here in transition.
Foul on Klay Thompson. That'll send Mikal Bridges to the free throw line. And D'Angelo Russell now with his 5th team in 11 years and still making it happen.
Take a look at D'Lo, former #2 pick overall coming out of college. Orchestrating that time in transition. Before that, the 3-ball. And Bridges shooting more free throws this season. Very aggressively going baseline. So he's shooting 2.
And an excellent free throw shooter. He's now 21 of 26 this year. I'm sure you know who was the #1 overall pick in D'Angelo Russell's draft year. That would be Karl Anthony Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns will go over the Rookie of the Year.
And they teamed up in Minnesota for parts of 4 seasons. Russell got traded in and then out of Minnesota. As that one rims out for Bridges. And Russell 3 starts, as you said, at point guard. But he's had a couple of impressive efforts off the bench. He had 28 points as a reserve in a double overtime loss to the Clippers on Friday. And there's P.J. Washington. They're going to get a whole lot of that tonight from him. He gives Dallas their first lead.
Just like that, the Mavs rejuvenated now, exuding confidence.
Luxton at the foul line, back rim, no. Offensive rebound, Bridges.
Richard Bridges averaging those 5 rebounds.
Another block from Derek Lively. He gets 6 a game. That's top 3 in the NBA. Back rim from Russell, long rebound Towns.
An adrenaline shot that time by D'Lo. Nobody back.
Towns lumbering down the lane. He thought he got fouled by Lively, but good vertical defense. Washington coast to coast. Euros, but a block from Bridges.
He's averaging 1 block is Bridges. They go with the 2 steals.
Robinson's got one as well tonight, but another Knick turnover.
Brunson has coughed it up twice.
Thompson gets to his spot and buries it.
So the Mavs revitalized. The 3-ball propelling them back. Turnovers allowing them to get in transition.
And Klay Thompson had been relegated to the bench the last 8 games, but an opportunity to start with Cooper Flagg injured, and he's taking advantage. It's 11-6.
Yeah, the captain has coughed the ball up twice. And watch Thompson, one of the greatest in the history of the game from behind the arc, tantalizing the net.
Spent the first 4 years of his career Worked his way from a second-round pick in the shadow of Luka Doncic to now a superstar in New York. But there were certainly signs that he could break out, especially in his fourth and final year in a Mavericks uniform. That playoff run, particularly against the Suns and then the Jazz, he averaged 28 points per game in that first-round series against Utah with Luka Doncic on the mend. And according to the Mavericks game notes, as we look at tonight's Kia card, Brunson had the most points in a playoff series while committing 5 or fewer turnovers in NBA history. And the Knicks were obviously over the moon to be able to bring him in the following year through free agency. But nobody could have predicted, Clyde, that he would become one of the very best players in the NBA.
Has always been underrated. Remember at Villanova was the player of the year. Then he comes out, he's only a second-round draft choice the next season. So very disappointing, but he has a good support system. I always mention his family. Of course, his father now is coach. His mother's always there, so that has propelled him into one of the best players in the game.
He's got a big fan on the opposing bench, Jason Kidd, who was his coach during that breakout season in Dallas. It was his first year, and of course Brunson's last.
The Knicks are shooting poorly, 25% from the field, no threes yet.
Brunson gets loose inside and floats one home as Josh Hart and Gershon Yabusele have checked in for the Knicks.
That's how we started the game. Shamet went back door for the old-fashioned three-point play. So the Knicks finally get another hoop in the paint.
The Knicks have gone scoreless on 5 of their previous 6 trips before that make. Defense from Yabusele on Washington, but he gets his own rebound and gives Thompson time to line it up, but maybe too much time for one half of the Splash Brothers. Thompson, he was signed here to be the missing piece for a Luka Doncic-led title contender. Things have certainly changed.
So was AD and Kyrie.
And Max Christie also part of that deal. Yabusele from the corner, put too much on it. Rebound zipped and taken away by Russell. Backdoor cut, but too low to handle. They're going to call a kick ball, though, I believe, on the Knicks, so it'll stay with the Mavericks.
I can't believe how people just berating the Mavs for that move. If AD were healthy and Kyrie, man, you have a bona fide team. These guys haven't been healthy. So what do you expect them to do?
I think part of the criticism is that they could have gotten more even from the Lakers. There was another first-round pick available, as you see Anthony Davis, who started the year, Clyde, with 4 20-point double-doubles. He was off to a phenomenal start, but he's missed 10 games now with a calf injury.
And Kyrie, there's no timetable for his return.
He tore his ACL while Davis was out with a groin injury last spring.
So the team has been ravaged by injuries, but no one's giving them credit.
On paper, I suppose there is a slight argument to be made. Here's Najee Marshall into the game for the first time. We'll set up Washington on a drive. More good defense from Yabusele, and Hart cleans up the rebound.
Poor shot selection by Washington.
Towns wants the trailer 3. On rebound, Yabusele.
You want your guards to get those deep rebounds. Free throw line extended.
This time off the pump fake. Towns a drive and kick. Hart passed up the open look. And a whistle and a foul, I believe, on Towns on the rebound.
I can't believe Hart. Prior to the game, he was out there like 15 or 20 minutes working on the 3 ball. That time turning down the 3, trying to get closer. And plus, he's the perpetrator with the foul.
Actually, earlier this week, he said that he's comfortable with his shot and feeling comfortable with the ball in his hands. They needed him more without Jalen Brunson to be a ball handler. That foul was on Josh Hart, by the way, not Karl Anthony Towns.
Both teams wishing they were switching.
Slip pass to Washington, driving kick, extra pass. Russell gets a wide open look. Not this time after hitting an earlier one. Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Yabusele, and Towns on the floor. Here's a shooter, Josh Hart, and he connects to tie the game.
That's what I was alluding to before. He turned it down. This time switching from the corner.
He's listening to Clyde, as we all should. And now a turnover by D'Angelo Russell. Dallas turns it over 17 times a game, most in the league.
But the turnovers tonight have hurt the Knicks, so Dallas have 8 points in transition fast breaks. The Knicks had none. So they've got to protect the ball.
Mavericks were initially on an 11-3 run, but the Knicks have battled back to tie it. 2 days off after tonight, and then a marquee matchup on Friday in Orlando, who just beat the Warriors last night.
Orlando's looking good.
Yabusele a long 2. Ersan Yabusele, 7-0 Knick run. He played 10 minutes on Monday in Miami, all in the second half. Mike Brown said Mitchell Robinson maybe could have played more, but he liked what he saw from Yabusele as Najee Marshall answers with a three.
We mentioned Marshall's one of his best games came against the Knicks once, over 38 points.
Exactly, his career high last year at MSU. And Brunson misses the baseline winner and then falls down.
Brunson's showing a little rust. He's late getting back. They'll have numbers if they push.
Good defense from Hart, but out-muscled by Washington, and that sets up Marshall for three.
We mentioned the transition, dishing and switching by these guys. They continue to astound the Knicks.
Now Marshall's 38-point game against the Knicks last spring, he was 12 of 16 from inside the arc. A lot of mid-range scoring, running one-handers, but a three-pointer that time. Hart directing traffic, and Yabusele draws the foul.
Crowd wanted to travel on Hart, like he moved his pivot foot. Let's take a look at the play we're talking about. Does he travel? Looked like he might have moved that foot, but the Knicks got away with it.
That feels like an important wrinkle as Yabusele continues to learn this Mike Brown offense. Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson have said eventually it's going to be second nature, knowing when to cut, knowing when to get out of the corner and find that open space.
Second nature means that you don't hesitate like we just saw in that situation.
Exactly.
It's instinctive.
Behind the back from Brunson to Towns. He'll muscle past Gafford, and he puts him in the bottom of the net. And one. What a finish from Karl Anthony Towns.
Towns showing his agility, mobility. So he's been misfiring straight on with the hoop with the three ball. But you can't allow Towns to go to his strength, his right hand. When he does that, he pulverizes people. So this time again, the ferocious stuff. And he's going to the line to shoot one as well. See, they don't take away the right hand, just like Brunson. They never take away his left hand.
It's an emphatic way to end an 0 for 4 start. So Towns is on the board. He's got 3 assists, Clyde, and that's his average for the season. Doing a lot of the little things, also 3 offensive rebounds a game. But a rare miss from the line. He was at 91% before that misfire.
Normally an 83% shooting.
Washington top of the arc, over dribbled, and they call a kick. I thought that was off of Washington's foot, but apparently not.
Towns checking.
How you know in hockey there's the hat trick, and in basketball the old foot trick.
The Dallas Stars do play here after all, Clyde. Big win for the Islanders last night here. And during the national anthem, even during Mavericks games, when the anthem singer says star, the fans say star as well. Bridges got a steal. McBride into the game. Couldn't get on the board. Brunson second chance.
Captain is showing a lot of rust so far, folks.
First game since exactly a week ago when he tweaked that ankle at the very end of the game against the Magic. Russell and Gafford to pick and roll. Here's Jaden Hardy who just checked in. He's on the board. The Mavericks are not going to make this an easy night for New York, no matter how shorthanded they are.
Already averaging about 6 points a game off the bench.
They just signed a 3-year, $18 million extension last season. Mitchell Robinson hands to Bridges. Out to McBride, catching.
Deuce misfired on his first 2.
The Knicks are coming off their worst 3-point shooting night of the season. They were just 25% against Miami. And tonight they're 1 out of 7.
Well, that's been part of their problem, folks. They can't make the threes and they don't defend them. So it's creating havoc for them.
McBride on the drive this time. Bridges somehow avoided the travel.
The Knicks regain their composure.
McBride a sidestep 3. Robinson got a hand to it, puts it loose.
Deuce 0 for 3 now.
Knicks' only triple tonight is from Josh Hart.
Yeah, Deuce had 25 the last game.
No look pass from Russell, a wide open Hardy can't connect from the corner.
You mentioned both teams wishing they were switching. Becoming a basket king.
Hart got hit. And he was going up, so a trip to the free throw line. When we come back, the Mavericks are 6 of 12 from long range. The Knicks are 1 out of 8. It is a 5-point Maverick lead, and Jalen Brunson's return to the Knicks lineup.
He's just such a glue piece like Andre Iguodala was in Golden State. I mean, he just ties everything and everybody together. He does so many things out there that are just really simple that makes the game easier for everybody. And he's a two-way guy. And, you know, and his personality, his presence is of a leadership quality. And in those different descriptions, that's what reminds me of Andre, and he can definitely do that for us and probably play more minutes.
Well, it wasn't long ago where every coach in the NBA was saying, I want Iguodala, and these days Josh Hart is absolutely in that category, the kind of guy that makes every team he's on better.
Yep, the intangibles that he brings to the game. He continues to astound, getting rebounds, being rewarded now with 2 shots.
Hasn't started yet this season after 91 starts, including the playoffs a year ago. But we have seen Mike Brown willing to mix things up. In fact, the Knicks have used their 7th different starting lineup here tonight. They didn't use their 7th different starting lineup until game 58 last year. As Hart gets 1 out of 2.
Here we go. Getting those hands.
Musa Cisse, an impressive rookie out of Memphis, on a 2-way deal, is checked in at the center position for Dallas.
He's a good shot blocker, Musa.
But stripped there by Robinson. That's going to go off of Dallas. It's 4 Maverick turnovers. Again, they average 17 a night.
Yeah, they telegraphed that pass.
But they're also shooting just 31% from downtown, one of the worst marks in the league. Right now, they're 6 out of 12.
See if Deuce can make a hoop. He's 0 for 3.
Good patience there from Bridges. Let the defense fly by and gets 2.
Bridges is a good mid-range shooter now, prospering in the paint that time. Look at this loosey-goosey by Marshall.
Brunson stays with him. Bridges got the strip, but the putback goes.
Good perseverance by Marshall, moving and grooving nicely in the paint.
Now, a move like that and a short-range one-hander, he was doing that time after time last year. Brunson for 3. And he's got 5 early points after a 1 for 5 start.
Yeah, he needed that one, folks. That should give him some confidence.
Knicks back within 1. It's a Mavericks team that has struggled despite a home-heavy schedule. They are 3-7 at American Airlines Center.
Look at the Knicks defense. Brunson doing a good job.
Here in that steal.
Yeah, forcing the turnover, seeing the ball, seeing his man.
And Bridges finds the captain. Will take another 3. Soft touch, but it wouldn't fall. Offensive rebound, obviously Mitchell Robinson, another 3, and another make for Brunson.
Second opportunities. Robinson doing a good job keeping it alive. Brunson, the recipient.
Averaging almost 7 offensive rebounds a game in under 17 minutes a night. Marshall can't answer. Rebound Bridges.
1 and done for the Mavs.
You can see how much effort teams are putting into limiting Robinson on the offensive glass, but it doesn't seem to make a difference.
Brunson very offensive-minded now.
Flashing inside. He felt some contact. Missed the shot. No call.
Normally he gets that call.
The Mavericks will get the final shot.
But he's missed 3 of his last 4 now. It's Brunson.
Nice play to set up an open 3 for Marshall. It down with 1.4 to go.
That's the shot that's bedeviling the Knicks, folks. The 3-ball, penetrating dish, they find a wide open shooter.
Bridges got the heave off inside. Not quite. And the Mavericks will take a 1-point lead into the second quarter. It's a shorthanded, struggling 4-11 Dallas team, but even without their top prospect Cooper Flagg, a pretty impressive first quarter effort. 7 of 14 from downtown. With the Knicks and Jalen Brunson heating up a bit, the captain's got 2 3-pointers in 12 minutes in his first game in the past week. Mavericks 25, Knicks 24. Second quarter next. Well, the Knicks aren't going to shoot 41% from 3 every night, Clyde, like we saw them do throughout that 6-1 homestand earlier this month. So they shot 25% on Monday and almost beat Miami. Here this evening, they're 3 for 11, and they're still right in this game. It's almost encouraging to see that they can stay competitive even if every single 3-pointer is not going down.
Well, another reason they're thriving in the paint. They have a 10-4 advantage there. Also the second opportunities igniting the Knicks. But the 3-ball propelling Dallas. They are 7 of 14 from behind the arc.
Krishan Yabusele 4 effective minutes so far, and Jordan Clarkson will get his first action tonight.
Deuce still looking for his first points of the evening.
Jalen Brunson, as he often does, getting a breather to start the second quarter after playing all 12 minutes in the first.
Erratic for Brunson, as you would expect, being off.
8 points for him, 2 of 4 from downtown. Najee Marshall leads the way with 11, which Knicks fans should pretty much expect by now. Here's Brandon Williams for 3. And his struggles from downtown continue.
Remember, Williams was in early foul woes. 2 quick fouls relegated him to the bench.
He's so great at slashing inside, but he's 5 out of 32 from distance this year. Josh Hart on the move, hung in the air and missed a shot.
Lively, always live.
Marshall 4 out of 5 from the field. The rest of the Mavericks are 5 of 18, but another Dallas turnover. And Krishan Yabusele right in the middle of the action.
You alluded to their propensity for turnovers. Ghastly ball handling by the Mavs.
That's something you don't want propensity for, is turnovers. But they're still trying to figure out the point guard position. Brandon Williams, he's a phenomenal story. Their starting point guard after spending the last 3 years on 2-way contracts. Creative pass from Towns. McBride hands to Clarkson. Couldn't hit the corner 3.
Not a good shot. Poor shot selection by both teams. That's why they're struggling.
Thompson tried to slip it through, and Hart got a hold of Derek Lively on the pass.
Hart's second foul.
And Clyde, he played 34 minutes each of the last 2 games, continuing to earn the trust of Mike Brown.
Yeah, because of his versatility ability. They need him out there, especially when Brunson was absent.
Oh, Christie off the bounce. High arcing shot wouldn't go, and Hart crashes in for the rebound.
Harassing D by Cat.
And Towns on the other end. And those are going to start falling eventually. 0 for 3 tonight after starting 0 for 6 on Monday.
Christie was in the Davis trade, coming from the Lakers.
That's what they're calling it now, huh? The Davis trade? Sometimes also referred to as the Luka Doncic trade, the most controversial transaction in the history of sports, and Hart went up and down.
You see players now, folks, they're thinking rather than reacting. So Hart jumping in the air, the Cardinals center passing. So he's the perpetrator with the turnover.
Williams runs the point. He had a 31-point game against Portland last year, which is the 3rd most points ever for a guy in a 2-way contract.
Look at the shooting, continues to be atrocious.
Towns avoids the turnover. And now he goes to work on Lively, an excellent perimeter defender.
There's the double, he's triple.
Finds the open man. McBride can't cash in. Good rebound from Clarkson. Yabusele wants a 3. That's short. Knicks are 3 of 15.
Good blocking out by Williams, keeping Deuce away from the bounce.
Williams on the attack, and he draws a foul on McBride.
This kid very effervescent, vivacious Williams. So since he's been a starter, he's been averaging over 14 points a game. So he can put the ball up, creates a lot of havoc, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. So they've got to contain him.
He's turning 26 on Saturday, but still very young in terms of NBA experience. Speaking of, here's the only rookie on the Knicks roster, Mohamed Diawara, who saw 1 minute of action on Monday against Miami.
Yeah, he made a steal and got a rebound, and they took him out.
You see the physical tools almost on display there, and it will be a backcourt violation. And the Knicks take over with turnover number 7 for Dallas.
Yeah, the Mavs just discombobulated. Watch this lack of communication right there. Towns doing a good job sabotaging the play.
Of course, once you've established front court possession, even if you step on that mid-court line, that does count as a backcourt violation, and Lively's foot was clearly over. McBride connects with Towns. Lively stays down on the fake. Towns just turned 30 on Saturday, and one of the Knicks veterans, a great pass from McBride, and he can't hit the 3.
Marshall in a hurry, shaking.
On the reverse, he draws a foul on Towns. That's his first.
That's why you can't relax on the defense, folks. watch Marshall, what he does. When he goes under the basket, Towns is going to relax right there. See him relax? And that's how he got a step. You can't relax. Whenever you get beaten on the defense, that's what happens. You don't see the ball, you don't see your man, you relax, and you step slow trying to recover.
Well, Clyde, I don't think we're going to see 140 points for the Knicks tonight. That foul shot was the first point for either team in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been atrocious shooting, ball handling.
Now, this Mavericks team, for all their faults, they do come in top 5 in defensive rating. And some Mavericks fans will tell you it's because of three-point shooting luck, as in their opponents are missing a lot of open shots. Looks like Max Christie is going to get cleaned up here. Knicks down 2 in Dallas. The return of Jalen Brunson to the lineup into American Airlines Center. And Najee Marshall, perhaps unsurprisingly, a game-high 13 points. He had a team-high 24 here last November in the win over the Knicks. And the aforementioned career-high 38 and a Knick win at the Garden. Clarkson wants some off-ball movement and a screen from Towns. Finds a lane and a left-hand layup around Lively.
Clever play by Clarkson. Normally, a three-ball shooter doesn't look to penetrate. So good job that time.
That's his first bucket. Really impressive home-and-home series against the Heat. 24 points at home on Friday and then 14 on the road Monday. Diawara got a hand on that. But Marshall on the second effort will get right back to the free throw line.
Marshall starting to assert himself. Watch the elbow. Diawara, the neophyte, has been a delight. That time the left-hand rejection.
That replay is presented by Heineken. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
He can't drink yet, can
he? He cannot. That was the first career block, though, for Mohamed Diawara.
Didn't even celebrate.
there are more than one way to celebrate.
Yeah, we're making run some laps.
We'd love to see a rookie who, maybe on a different team, Clyde, wouldn't get spot minutes like we're seeing here this evening. He's trying to make the most of the opportunity. 3-point Maverick lead. Neither team is led by more than 5.
Deuce trying to get on the books, folks. Nice shake there.
Late shot clock. McBride spins it home off glass.
Yeah, the feline quickness by Deuce.
First points from McBride after starting 0 for 5, and that was his first shot inside the arc.
The defense has picked up. Yeah, Towns in the passing lane.
Right on cue with his first steal. Powers to the paint. Got fouled, and now the Knicks want a goaltend. Scott Foster saying no goaltend, so 2 free throws for Cat.
What's happening now, folks? You see an eclectic group of players on the court. So these players are not familiar with playing with each other. It's showing in the continuity, their spontaneity. So Towns does a good job. And watch Deuce shake and bake with the left hand. Stylistic hoop by Deuce. So Towns, good defense, gets him to the line for 2.
He had a 3-point play opportunity on a thunderous dunk earlier, but he had missed the free throw. Here's Deuce McBride.
25 points the previous game. And right there, emphatic, dramatic stuff shot. Exciting the crowd and his teammates. Yeah, he's only 6'2". Rising majestically that time.
And down the stretch, once the Knicks fell back behind by 10, he hit back-to-back three-pointers to make it a 4-point game and really set the Knicks up for what could have been a dramatic comeback.
What's happening with Towns tonight, folks? Make one, miss one.
Yeah, 1 for 3 from the line. By far is the roughest night to this point from the foul line. Klay Thompson for 3.
That man has infinite range, showing at that time.
He just Passed Reggie Miller last year on the all-time list, so he's top 5 and made 3-pointers. Here's McBride. Christie crashes in for the rebound. Thompson still has to pass Dame Lillard, Ray Allen, James Harden, and Steph Curry. Corner shooter Williams continues his cold start from 3. Now Clarkson.
Oh, Clarkson.
Out to Landry Shamet. He'll attack for an elbow jumper. Rebound came back to him.
We've seen the worst shooting we've seen all season by both teams.
Clarkson's so good at getting to the paint. That's a bucket and one.
That part of his game he's showing more and more. Previously creating off the dribble. And again, spinning in the paint to draw the foul. Take a look at Clarkson's elusiveness. The dexterity right there, gyrating. He would shoot one when we return.
Got our holiday gift guide by scanning the QR code or head to Knicks.com/shop to start shopping for the Knicks fan in your life. Let's get to tonight's trivia question, brought to you by Cadillac. It's a great one put together by our producer Spencer Julian and graphics coordinator Stephen Rayer. Which 3 former Knicks are in the Mavericks top 10 all time in made threes, assists, and steals? Post your answer using #Cadillac Trivia. So you got to think about players who suited up for both of these teams and did a whole lot of damage here in Dallas. It's a thinker. I like it. We don't really do hints, Clyde. I can say that one of the answers I'm pretty sure is in the building this evening.
Yep. We paid homage to him early on, I think. The captain's back. Let's see if he can get it going. He's been erratic with his shooting, as you might expect, being out. Making a return tonight. So Clarkson, the Knicks are thriving in the paint, folks. 16-4 advantage there. We've seen Deuce elusive, Clarkson. So he's trying to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Had a nice spin move into the paint just before that media timeout, and he ties the game at 32. But I think you might call this second quarter ghastly on the offensive side. The Knicks are 3 of 11. The Mavericks are 1 of 7.
Look at that. That's the first quarter score.
Christie for 3. Also involved in the Luka Doncic trade, came here with Anthony Davis and a 2029 first-round pick.
Yeah, he's only 22 years of age.
Definitely a nice piece. Hart can't answer from the corner. Long rebound, tipped ahead by Washington, but tipped too far ahead. Clarkson alley-oop. Robinson couldn't stop it, but a foul.
Robinson, he's so omnipotent when he goes up. Watch how he engulfs the basket this time. 2 Mavericks all around him, but to no avail. So Robinson will shoot 2. And we know he's not comfortable at the line. Let's go. He's got to practice. He claims he's been practicing. Let's see if he can get tangible results with these 2.
And the last time he shot a free throw in a game, it went in. That was Monday in Miami. He's 1 out of 3 for the season. Maybe this is the start of something special. That's 2 in a row.
Yep. You gotta believe. Confidence is the key.
We'll keep an eye on the minutes, as we often do. He's played 10 already. Mike Brown said after Monday's game he could have played up to 27 minutes, but he has not yet eclipsed the 20-minute mark in any of his 7 games this year.
Look at the confidence, folks. Oh.
That went halfway down.
Yeah, but I like the confidence. Body language is good. Russell was catalytic coming into the game early on, but nothing since that time for him. Made a 3-ball, then a good push in transition.
And 3 assists as well, and Shamet met him at the rim. Shamet averaging a career-high 10 points a night. Brunson got loose in the corner. Offensive rebound, Robinson put it on the ground, and Klay Thompson took advantage. That's going the other way.
Gafford doing a good job surrounding him, forcing that turnover. See Robinson breathing now, a little huffing and puffing.
Yeah, he said the conditioning part of it's a work in progress. And earlier today said that it was definitely an adjustment to the shorter shifts he has, 3-4 minutes at a time. But he sees the big picture. He knows it's more important than anything to be ready to roll come April and beyond. Hardy on the right wing, left to 3 short. Good hustle for the rebound by Shamet, but maybe too much hustle. He's called for the loose ball foul.
Yeah, Hardy out-hustled Shamet. So that should not happen. Hardy shooting a shot, Shamet should be blocking him out. So good job by Hardy to give the Mavs a second opportunity. Well, actually, they're in the penalty. So he's going to the line to shoot.
Yeah, already 5 fouls on the Knicks. And on a night like tonight where Dallas is shorthanded, you want to make sure Hardy doesn't get hot. It was garbage time on Monday in Minnesota. He had 17 points in the fourth quarter, going 4 of 5 from 3, albeit in a game that was already decided. The Timberwolves had a 33-point lead at one point in the third quarter. But
that type of proliferation, because the guy can get hot, especially in a game like this, only averaging 6 points a game on this season.
Who knows, could be an opportunity to impress Jason Kidd and get some more consistent playing time. But as Kidd says, with all the injuries, quote, there's no continuity. There won't be any continuity. We're just trying to piece this thing together. Shamet, quick pass to P.J. Washington in the end.
D'Lo shaking.
Nice ball fake and a scoop layup.
Whoa, intoxicated move on Bridges that time by D'Lo.
This matches the largest lead for either side. Now Bridges given some room. Saw a lot of those last year. The baseline leaders from Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, the 2 former Wildcats cooking up on that play.
Gafford a strong take. He scores and one. Jalen Brunson hit with his first personal.
The Knicks defense very porous now. Previously, D'Lo shaking and baking. And now Gafford should not be shaking on nobody. He's 6'10". Watch him wheel and deal along the baseline over Brunson. So he's shooting one. So the Knicks hacking and whacking, getting them in trouble now.
There's your Tommy John full court support
by Josh Hart. Got to try to get some underwear from him.
A wonderful spokesman for many great brands. Saw a new commercial today with him and Jadakiss. 6-point Dallas lead. Bridges thought about it out loud, and he's 4 for 4. All happening inside the 3-point line.
Shoot it, Bridges. Got the Midas touch going now. Well, the Knicks need some defense. Look at that easy opportunity.
Spot Gafford right back to the foul line. Another and one.
It wasn't Gafford, it was Hardy. So, come on, guys. Tighten up the D. Take a look. Watch the easy pass inside right there. And Gafford overwhelming them to get to the line. A little deja vu.
It's the third foul on Hart. This is a
Gafford didn't play the previous game, nor did Lively.
So they're both dealing with respective injuries. It's more of a load management, or at least injury management for those two. Lively a sprained knee, Gafford sprained ankle. Bridges, not this time, his first miss in 5 attempts.
Washington's going to look to get involved soon.
This Mavericks team really struggles to score, averaging just 110 points a game. That's actually 11 fewer than the Knicks on average. Clarkson left it short, tipped by Bridges. Clarkson's putback leads to a foul.
The Mavericks turnovers are just nobody, unforced turnovers by that man. Watch what he does, folks. So nonchalant, so lackadaisical with the ball. Watch this. No, well, Bridges, good sleight of hand. And then not a good shot by Clarkson, but what he does, he doesn't stand back there, attacks the basket. So good job by him to get to the line to shoot two.
And some of those turnovers, part of the reason why the 3-game experiment at starting point guard didn't work out for D'Angelo Russell, but Jason Kidd has been trying to mix and match whatever he can. He's got to stay afloat in this tough Western Conference.
We mentioned Bridges among the leaders in steals with 2 per game. So igniting the Knicks this time.
Gershon Yabusele checks back in. 8 minutes already for him. He's averaging just 9.5 a game.
Clarkson now with 6 points, looking for one more.
Gets the free throws. He's at 86% for the season.
Let's go.
So 7 points for Clarkson. It's a balanced scoring night for the Knicks. 9 different players have at least 1 point, including Mitchell Robinson's free throw, and Bridges leads the way with 9.
Knicks tightening up their D now.
Hardy finds some space and gets a friendly roll on the turnaround.
These are very soft rims. You get the ball on the front of the rim, you're getting a fortuitous bounce.
Brunson, quick first step, and a blocking foul called. Count it, and 1.
Brunson has not been getting that call tonight. I thought a couple of times they hacked him when he was in the act of shooting. He did not get the call. This time driving adroitly a baseline, the official right there to make the call in a continuation. A lot of contact to finish. So Brunson at the line for 1.
He's now got the team lead with 10 points, and just threw the 3rd foul on Jaden Hardy.
You see how everything's a struggle tonight offensively for both teams.
Even at the foul line for Jalen Brunson, he's at 86% for the year.
Yeah, he and Towns struggling from the line.
The Knicks are 8 out of 14 from the stripe.
Oh, look at that quickness.
Najee Marshall earns another trip to the line. He's 4 for 4 tonight, as the Mavericks are keeping the Knicks at arm's length. 5-point lead for Dallas, heading toward halftime here. 2:55 to go in the second quarter.
Knicks have been in the penalty.
To see the Knicks in action, scan the QR code or head to Knicks.com to get tickets to your favorite matchups. Game 2 of a 5-game road trip, as Jason Kidd and the Mavericks off to an impressive start. And Kidd had some fond memories of his time for both teams in the tri-state area.
It's the Mecca. It's one of the most popular places to play the game of basketball. I would say I enjoyed that 1 year. Car ran out of gas at the end. Had to park it. But I really enjoyed that place when I played on the other side of the river in Jersey, because we owned it.
You sure did.
Fond memories of that 54-win season, the last of his career in 2012-13. But, man, when he was with the New Jersey Nets, that was an electric era for Nets basketball.
This guy, one of the smartest players to play the game. His quickness, his unselfishness, his defense, one of the best I've seen at getting into the passing lane. Jason Kidd, he was magnificent.
He said the car ran out of gas and he had to park it. That's an interesting way to say he was ready to retire, but very quickly became a coach. As Najee Marshall misses the first of 2 free throws.
Yeah, a lot of guys should give him, Jefferson should give him part of his salary. Kmart. He made a lot of guys' life easy, man.
3rd all-time in steals and assists.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, everybody chasing John Stockton in those 2 departments.
Bad man.
Well, Knicks down 6 here in Dallas. No easy games on the road. The Knicks have seen that this year as Yabusele hits the reverse off the Brunson feed.
Yabusele moving, grooving. So playing his best game as a Knick thus far.
4 points in 9 minutes. Continues to crash the glass on both sides.
Washington is silent tonight.
Yabusele comes over for the block, and it's cleaned up by Bridges.
Yeah, good job. Knicks getting a rhythm now. Cat can make a 3-ball here.
Started 0 for 3. Yabusele keeps it moving with Brunson. Brunson on Klay Thompson. Long 2. That's good.
Captain bouncing and announcing on Thompson. So the Knicks in a nice rhythm now.
Team high 12 points for Jalen Brunson. Knicks back within 2. They leave P.J. Washington alone, but he can't make it back.
Yeah, we featured him at the top of the show. One of the leading scorers, 15 a game. Silent night tonight for him.
And it's 1 out of 8, just 3 points. Towns down the lane. Another jam. Karl Anthony Towns with authority.
Statue of Liberty. Nasty, sassy stuff by Towns.
Three-pointer not falling, but that's a high percentage shot every time. Thompson can't break the tie.
And he got the shot he wanted, uncontested.
Brunson head up, walks into a three.
Thompson doing a good job denying the rebound to Brunson.
Washington in trouble. Marshall, the release valve.
Marshall's got to take away his right hand. Christie's going to look to take Brunson. Oh, yeah.
Steal from Bridges. He's top 5 in the league. He swipes. And a big jam to put the Knicks in front.
Christie just telegraphing it past Bridges. Thank you very much.
It's an 8-0 Knick run. After trailing by 7, they're up by 2. Good defense from Clarkson.
The Mavs are a little tight now, tentative, apprehensive with their shooting.
Marshall's going to cross over Yabusele. He'll draw the foul and one. Najee Marshall, game high 18 points.
Watch Marshall wheeling and dealing. Feline quickness, canine attitude. So nice. We'll show it twice. Bridges into the passing lane, an easy opportunity for him. So Marshall out of Atlantic City, New Jersey guy. Doing this stuff tonight.
27 years old. Feels like whenever he sees orange and blue on the other side, he lights it up.
Brunson wheeling.
Muscling past Christie, hangs in the air. He's got an and one.
Aha. Christie previously the errant pass, now being used and abused by the maestro. Watch the maestro. Weaving and achieving to get to the line for one as well.
It's your experience, amazing play presented by Lexus, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Knicks.
So Brunson erupting in a nick of time, finding the range. If he's not shooting, he's dishing. Bridges is stealing. So the Knicks on top of their game right now. All the Knicks with a knack.
This is the 5th three-point play opportunity of the first half for the Knicks. The three-pointers aren't falling, but they're attacking the paint, and it's paying off. Just 9 of 15 from the free throw line. Still a 2-point lead late first half.
Riveting Knick defense now.
Yabusele's been a big part of it.
Yep, taking away the confidence of the Mavs.
Marshall in the corner, can't leave him alone against the Knicks, but it spins out, and there's time for Bridges. Across midcourt with 2. Top of the key with 1. Got it off in time. Knicks want a foul, but it's not coming. Gail Bridges can't believe it. Looks like plenty of contact there on the Thompson contest.
There's the Knicks coach, no challenge coming.
Stay tuned. The halftime report's coming right up, sponsored by Verizon. With Bill Pito and Alan Hahn in studio. And let's see if the Mavs got away with one here.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it.
So despite the missed call, the Knicks have earned a 2-point lead after trailing by 7 on the road here in Dallas. They've leveled things off a bit. 2-point lead at the break. Nothing run to take a 2-point lead into the third quarter. Knicks fans register for the Knicks Fan First program for your chance to access our no-fees Black Friday ticket offer. Scan the QR code or head to Knicks.com/fanfirst to register now. Glad the Knicks were 0 for 10 from three-point land in the second quarter, but still found a way to build this 2-point lead. Went to the paint 5 and 1s in that first half, and Jalen Brunson leads the way with 15 points.
Yeah, but they got to get Towns going, and they've got to stop. Who was it? Marshall? Coming off the bench. Marshall is their chief adversary right now.
It is definitely Marshall.
Yeah, with 19 points so far.
That's the game high. Williams slicing inside and hits the floater. First points for Brandon Williams, who's been in foul trouble. 3 personals in the first half.
And the problem is so easy, folks. The Knicks are not putting up much of resistance, keeping guys out of the paint now. This is the guy they have to get going, though.
Towns tried to dump it off to Robinson, but P.J. Washington read the play.
And P.J. knows he has to step up as well. Game hanging in the balance. We featured him at the top of the show.
Two of the premier corner three-point shooters in the NBA matched up, Christie and Bridges. Now Brunson guarding Williams, blocked by Bridges from behind. That's his second swat.
It has a couple of steals as well, among the leaders now.
3 steals and 2 blocks. Towns from way out. Rebound Christie.
Towns has to go in, folks. He's misfiring on the perimeter, try to post inside.
Lively out high, will hand to Thompson.
Thompson erratic shooting tonight.
From the foul line, he connects. He's a career 41% three-point shooter. Of course, one of the best to ever do it. This year, he's down in the low 30s, though.
Yeah, if you shoot 36%, 37%, that's good from three-point range.
It's his second year in Dallas after 11 years and 4 titles in Golden State. Mike Brown, of course, an assistant on 3 of those championship teams. With 14 on the shot clock on a kicked ball on Dallas.
Yeah, Brown has tremendous experience. 2-time coach of the year. So he's been with a lot of champions, trying to bring one to New York now.
And trying to get them their first win in Texas. Last year they went 0 for 3 against Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, at least on the road. Brunson hit from behind, and 2 free throws to come.
Christie not showing much aptitude. The kid continued to let Brunson's baffle befuddle him. So the captain at the line for 2.
Third foul on Christie.
But he shouldn't feel bad. He's done that to everybody in the league this year. Having an MVP start.
Of course, they put a requirement now to be eligible for end-of-season awards. You have to play 65 games to be eligible for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. It's part of why you want to see OG Anunoby back healthy as soon as possible.
Yep, OG. They missed the intangibles that he brings to the game. And one of my keys tonight was pride. They thought I said Clyde, but it's pride.
That's right. Brunson, remember, he missed 15 games with that sprained ankle last year. He got back just in time to play his 65th game, and that's why he was able to win Clutch Player of the Year.
Yeah, they got to show some pride here. Come away with a victory on the road.
Physical defense from Shamet. Wound up kicking that ball over to Thompson.
Officials letting them kick it.
Lively extra pass to Christie. Corner 3. No. He leads the NBA with 22 made corner threes this year, just ahead of Bridges and Anunoby. Here comes Mikal Bridges down the lane. Leaner is good. He's 6 of 8 from the field. 13 points from Mikal Bridges.
Mesmerizing touch by Bridges tonight.
3 steals and 2 blocks as well, as we said.
Oh, look at this gyration and the devastation.
Oh, a little too high for Lively, but he got it back. Swing for Christie, 3 over Towns. Another miss, but that's tipped in by Lively.
Boxing out has become a lost art. So that time Robinson not boxing Lively off the glass.
Yeah, Josh Hart, one of the best rebounding guards in the league, says he does not do it. Rebound from Washington off the Brunson miss. Slow first half, just 3 points for him. Good ball movement. Williams finally able to hit his 3. He was 5 of 33 this year before that make. And he forces a Mike Brown timeout.
The Nick nemesis all season has been transition threes, not defending them. And that time you saw Williams, no one in the same area code. Look at that. Where's the Nick? So they need to talk. Tighten up their transition D.
Box score defensively for Mikal Bridges. 3 steals and 2 blocks so far. And if you add them up, some people call them stocks. He's got the second most in the league, behind a guy who's probably going to win half a dozen Defensive Player of the Year awards, Victor Wembanyama. I mean, where would the Knicks be on defense without Mikal Bridges? As we take a look at the Michelob Ultra courtside close-up, it's a steal and a slam.
Yeah, vintage Bridges. Remember when he came in the league with Phoenix? He was close to being the Defensive Player of the Year, all defensive team. But a couple of years now, he hasn't been in that category. Looks like he's headed that way now, though, with his defensive prowess.
And I've only heard it used recently, but some people call that a pick 6 in basketball, the steal and then scoring without a pass. And Bridges is way up there in the NBA and going coast to coast off a steal. Josh Hart and Gershon Yabusele check in for the Knicks.
Christie's had no luck Towns still struggling with his shooting.
Using his size, though, misses a short one. That one's tipped by Yabusele in a new possession. Gets a chance from the corner, but left the three-pointer short. Yabusele's 0 for 3.
Let's see if Hart can get them going now. Bridges out of the game.
Williams scampers inside, missed the layup.
Yeah, good rejection by Hart. The Knicks in transition.
Lead pass from Cat. Brunson takes his time and flips it in.
Yeah, defense can be your best offense. So Hart doing a good job and catapulting into the crowd this time with the ref.
Says hello up close and personal to a courtside fan. Oh, he's grabbing a snack. Don't tell Mike and Ike.
Previously Hart blocking the shot. His roommate, the recipient in transition.
Only Josh Hart can get away with eating candy in the middle of a game. Now Washington, dribble handoff, stripped by Shamet. Yabusele looking up court.
Persistence personified by the Knicks.
Hart dribbles in a circle. Got it back from Brunson.
See, they're giving Hart the 3-ball.
Plenty of Knick fans in the building asking him to take that shot. He made a corner 3 earlier.
Cat throws it away.
7th Knick turnover. They had a lot in the first quarter, but cleaned it up lately. Williams misses, and Hart will get it again. Towns is calling for that ball. He's ready for the 3, and he knocks it down. After starting 0 for 4, Karl Anthony Towns gives the Knicks a 2-point lead.
He was 0 for 4 straight on with the hoop. This time the left elbow able to get it down.
Towns has 8 and 4 assists.
Christie drawing a double team.
Got rid of it to Lively in a hard foul. Towns wants that one on the floor. And Josh Hart, a little famished here in the third quarter.
Yeah, only he would be thinking about eating, getting the guys peanuts. Not his favorite brand, but he'll take it tonight.
Who knows? He can add to the resume. It doesn't seem like a fun mix, chewing gum and M&Ms, but found a way to make it work as Lively gets the free throw. Here's bad news for New York. Najee Marshall checks in. Brunson's now tied with the game-high 19. Marshall there as well.
Yeah, Marshall pulverized the Knicks. He's made 6 or 7 free throws. So they've got to deny his forays in the paint.
He's got the same amount of points and 9 fewer shots than Brunson. Tied again at 61. Remember, the Monday game in Miami had 21 lead changes. Hart to the rack, blocked by Lively. That's his 3rd rejection tonight.
Lively 7'1", rising majestically. Now he's charged with the foul.
Shamet draws it. He did that a couple of times on Monday in Miami.
So Lively take it, then he give it.
That's his first personal, but it counts as the 12th Maverick turnover.
He's only 21 years of age, folks. He has the right name, Lively.
His 3rd year out of Duke.
He's very effervescent.
He's one of 3 Duke Blue Devils on this roster, but the only one available as Brunson connects on the jumper. You got the Kyrie Irving and Cooper Flagg also played at Duke.
The maestro starting to percolate.
First player to get to 20 points tonight. Didn't take him long to shake off the rust. A couple of first quarter turnovers, but he's been dialed in since.
We're starting to see some NBA action now.
Tough shot from Klay Thompson, and Dallas is back in front.
You can tell by the body language of both teams now. They're focused. No more hocus pocus.
11 points for Thompson, 3 of 6 from long range.
I like the composure by the Knicks, taking their time.
Brunson in the lane, pulls up and gets 2 more.
Yeah, manipulating, devastating. What is he, about a 48% from 2-point range?
He's got 8 in the third quarter, 23 for the night. Washington slashing, stripped by Hart. Loose ball came to Gafford. That's out of bounds.
Hart ubiquity again, forcing a turnover. So doing a good job on the D now is Hart. Brunson, the orchestrator on the offense, made his last 2 shots.
Crosses over Washington. Good pass to Yabusele. Wide open 3. Rebound Towns.
Towns right in his office.
Threw it up, got it back. second try leads to a foul.
Yeah, way to work. Working diligently to get the second opportunity. Let's take a look at Brunson. Yabu missing. Towns could have been charged with pushing off right there. Misses the first one. Undaunted gets it back, so he's at the line for 2.
This is 4th offensive rebound. He averages 3 a game. And Mitchell Robinson, rightfully so, gets all the headlines in that category. But even though the three-pointer hasn't gone down this year as much, the little things you need to win are coming from Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, he's 3rd in rebounding. Currently 3rd, averaging 12 bounds. What was he, 2nd or 3rd last year, right?
He was 1-2 with Nikola Jokic really all year.
Yeah, he was 2nd behind.
He and the Joker are tied right now with 12 double-doubles to lead the NBA. And there's number 13. Clyde, the Knicks are 4 of 25 from 3. That's 16%. But they're still up by 3.
It's been that type of game. Inexplicable.
Thompson, an air ball.
Previously made one from there. This time the UFO.
Towns is coming out for Robinson, and Thompson gets a break with D'Angelo Russell coming in.
Yeah, nobody complaining about leaving this game. Been vacillating. Pounding.
Knicks have held the Mavericks to 39% shooting overall. Again, it's one of the worst offenses in the league, and they're without their top 2 scorers, Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag.
Auspicious return for the captain.
Sidestep, elbow jumper. He's found the range around the foul line tonight, and Jason Kidd calls timeout.
Tantalizing, mesmerizing them with the mid-range jumper.
Knicks were down by as many as 7. Now they got a 5-point lead.
Take a look at the isolation and the devastation by the maestro. He's got the Midas touch. Returning a nick of time. So he was inauspicious start early on. He was only 3 of 9, folks. And he had a couple of turnovers. And then he started to percolate. Moving and grooving. The mid-range jumper off the bounce. Getting to the free throw line with his savvy. Again, manipulating, devastating, propelling the Knicks into the lead.
He's now 10 of 19, 25 points. We said a huge 3rd quarter as he tries to get his first win against Dallas.
And on a night when Deuce was 0 for 6 from behind the arc, a night when Towns has struggled, the captain picking up the slack.
Outpacing Najee Marshall, who's got 19 for Dallas.
He had that, though, at the half. So they've been able to contain him so far.
Knicks come out of a timeout with Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Clarkson, and Robinson. Mitch has played 16 minutes so far. Hardy for 3. That's off the back rim, and Hart collects a long rebound. Streaking up court, finds Brunson, and he's got 2 more.
And roommates looking good in transition. Sharing, caring.
8-0 Knick run, 27 points for the captain. Russell behind the back. That's good.
A little razzle-dazzle by D'Lo. Now the Mavs can't get stops, especially on Brunson.
And now when he's got the ball, into the corner, Hart thought about it. Attacks Marshall, floater in the lane is good.
Ooh, nice stop and pop by Hart. Previously the good dish to Brunson.
Another stat-stuffing night for Hart. 6 points, 7 rebounds.
And the defense very intense now.
Clarkson on Russell. He's got 2 more.
Deja vu for D'Lo. Clarkson has to tighten up his D.
Bridges gets loose on the wing. Hart will take this corner 3, and he knocks it down.
5 consecutive points for Hart now. Where's the 3 as a metaphor of his prowess from behind the arc?
Largest lead for the Knicks. They're up 8, but Marshall stops the run.
That guy is so quick, folks. Lightning fast off the bounce.
First points of the second half for Marshall. He's got 21 now.
We see an NBA action now.
Clarkson penetrates, somehow got it to Robinson.
Robinson doesn't have the hook shot in his arsenal.
Or does he? 2 free throws coming up. He found a way to get that up on the rim.
Yep. So See, Rob has to get the hook shot in his repertoire right here, folks. The hook shot. He came up with something facsimilar, but
that's more of a scoop shot, I think. You're right.
Scooping and hooping to get to the line. So he's made one, missed one from the line, looking for these two.
Well, toward the end of last year, and he only played about 19 games, his free throw percentage was pretty respectable in the 60s, but then hit a major slump in the playoffs, and he's been unable to bust out of it since.
Yep. Remember Hacker Robinson? They started hacking him, embarrassing, sending him to the free throw line.
That really changed the series against the Celtics. You could tell how preoccupied Boston was with getting him off the court. Almost galvanized Robinson, and he made so many difference-making plays in that massive upset.
The Raging Cajun out of Louisiana. My former teammate, the captain, Willis Reed.
You know, the Hall of Famer Mike Breen was asked about his Mount Rushmore of Knicks players earlier this week as Gafford acrobatically gets to the cup. Of course, you made the list, Clyde, and so did Willis.
Oh, yeah?
Hardy only able to hit the three.
Mike is usually reluctant to do something like that.
Hart down the lane, and he draws the foul.
Hart has run amok here. In transition, he found Brunson. Then he stopped and popped. Then he had a three ball. Now again creating havoc off the bounce as he's going to the line to shoot two. In between that, he was eating peanuts from the fans.
Peanuts coated in chocolate, yes.
So he's doing it all tonight.
He's 1 out of 2 from the line so far. A triple-double on Friday. His 16th of his career, so he's creeping up on the all-time leader, Clyde.
Yep, tied Richie Guerin. So Michael Ray Richardson recently passed away, has 18. Seems to be next for Hart.
It's quite a list.
Yeah, before he tries to get me.
Of course, he broke your single-season record with 9 last year alone. And he gets 2 free throws. Knicks up 8.
And then he rubbed it in and told me, Clyde, I told you I was going to get you.
Well, the Knicks have scored on 8 of their last 9 possessions now.
But I like their defense. It's been intense.
Russell down the lane. Floater is good. He's heating up.
He's made 3 consecutive moves. They can't deny him now.
He's always capable of a big burst like this, and he's keeping Dallas in the game right now.
We mentioned Deuce futility. Let's see if he can regain his confidence.
He's 0 for 6 from downtown, and Gafford was looking at Scott Foster the whole way because he saw the offensive foul, and so did Scott Foster.
Towns continue to struggle. He's going to grab with his elbow right there.
That's the 3rd foul on Towns. Hart has 3 as well. Nobody else in foul trouble. Russell again. Mike Brown needs timeout. D'Angelo Russell, 9 points here in the 3rd quarter. Knicks had an 8-point lead, but now it's down to 3.
The New York area familiar with the D-Lo's prowess. He should do it for the Nets. So he's a cool, calm customer tonight. Razzle dazzle behind the back. Look at the good screen by Daphne to free him up for the 3 ball. So the Mavs now.
Well, after the Mike Brown timeout, we can get to the Cadillac Trivia answer tonight. Which 3 former Knicks are in the Mavericks top 10 all time in threes, assists, and steals? How many did you get? All 3? I had a pretty good guess on 2. Well, Jason Kidd. I throw Tim Hardaway Jr. on the list, but I think I might be out of my mind on that one. Let's see. Aha! Rolando Blackman and Derek Harper, who calls games regionally on Mavs TV. You see Harp's number 12, and of course, 3 great years with the Knicks.
Ro Blackman, a New York native. Harp out of Florida. Jason Kidd, California.
He's got over 100 triple doubles in his career, by the way.
Oh yeah, very unselfish.
course, a lot of fans would agree that Derek Harper, he could have been the MVP of the 1994 finals if a few bounces had gone the Knicks' way.
As you alluded to, he's one of our colleagues now doing the games for the Mavs off tonight. They are not doing the TV tonight on the Mavs. So Harper, terrific defensive. He reminds me of Fred Astaire, the way he danced on the court.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his quick feet, the way he can move.
A Fred Astaire reference. Very good, Clyde. There's Towns with a little less finesse powering the cup. It'll get 2 free throws.
After his previous blunder with the offensive foul, Towns comes back. Tyler, they told me you got a little shaking and baking in your game.
I can roll a top hat down my arm if I need to, you know?
Oh.
No, I don't know who told you I had shaking and baking in my game. You want to see my 7th grade championship trophy? I'll show it to you anytime.
All right, the dance move on the dance move, like Fred.
I will say, if a wedding is kind of dull on the dance floor and the bride and groom need someone to bust an awkward move, I'm actually pretty good for that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You never want a quiet dance floor. I'm not saying it's good, but it's inspiring others to maybe get this poor kid off the dance floor, and they'll come in and take over for him.
Yeah, when I was Clyde, after a couple of drinks, I was pretty good.
There's Towns. Able to hit the free throw. 4-point Knick lead. They've been able to cool off Najee Marshall just a bit. Got 21, but only 2 since halftime. Fight for the rebound. Towns and Lively go down on the deck for it. Lively comes out of the pack. 9 to shoot for Russell.
Oh, good block by Deuce.
Got his hand in there. Not sure Russell knew how much time was left on the shot clock.
Officials letting them play.
Nice play to get Bridges an open 3, grazing the back rim.
And here comes the Mavs. Get back.
Hardy right to the cup and one.
You can see the intensity in their eyes once they saw the transition. Good push by D'Lo. Hardy, we know, plays with a lot of hustle and muscle. Overwhelming Hart right there to get to the line.
4th foul on Josh Hart.
Yeah. Here's the push. 6'5", over 210 pounds. A fury that time.
Didn't look like a whole lot of contact there, but Hart was just a little off balance when Hardy took it to the rim. And block from Deuce McBride, by the way, the 9th of the night for the Knicks. That's a new season high. And it's come from everywhere. They have 2 from Mikal Bridges, but 7 other players have 1 block, including Jalen Brunson, who gets his 1st of the year, and now is stripped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knicks with just 9 on the shot clock.
Seeing good defensive intensity by both teams. Good sleight of hand, helping out on the isolations. As Brunson taking in the action, the Mavs will, no, the Knicks will retain it underneath.
27 points in 27 minutes for Jalen Brunson. Off the inbound, Deuce gets loose, and he buries a 3.
Finally, Deuce on the books.
It was 0 for 6. Just what we saw from Karl Anthony Towns on Monday, and that got him going down the stretch.
No fouls again for the Knicks. Got to play D with their feet, not their hands. That's a good job by Deuce.
Russell jerked the head back, no call. And he gets the roll. It's a 10-point 3rd quarter for D'Angelo Russell.
No fouls again for the Mavs.
Towns with 4, spanks it in around Lively.
So Towns starting to erupt now off the bounce.
Actually an 11-point 3rd quarter for D'Angelo Russell against his former Timberwolf teammate Karl Anthony Towns. Hardy, impressive effort, but no finish. Russell for 3, yes.
Russell hotter than July now. And he's getting for 2 of his bounces on the previous shot.
14-point 3rd quarter, and he single-handedly kept the Mavericks in this game.
Yeah, he's only averaging like 10 points a game.
6 seconds separating shot and game clock. McBride off the handoff. Marked by Marshall. Nails another one. Off the dribble this time for Deuce McBride.
Previously that corner, this time on the right elbow. Back door coming wide open.
Christie just before the horn.
Knicks without a knack on the defense that time.
Clarkson airmails it. And just like halftime, the Knicks end the third quarter with a 2-point lead, 87-85. Enjoy more of the Garden with Chase. Let's go to Bill and Alan in our studio for more on tonight's action. Alan in our studio for more on tonight's action.
All right, Tyler, thanks so much. Alan, Knicks from 3. We show you a couple makes, but there have been a lot of makeable shots that they've missed.
Yeah, it's all about the quality of the shot, of course. And we'll take a couple of looks here at some makes early in the game. Here's one right corner 3. This is what you're looking for. Josh Hart knocks that one down. Jalen Brunson, by the way, great news. He's in this game and he's playing well. Walks into one. Look, ball movement. Find him. Rhythm shots. Those are good looks. Knocks him down. Now, how about the misses? Are they quality looks? Well, that's Karl-Anthony Towns normally stepping into one. Normally knocks those down, does it? Deuce McBride, a good three-point shooter, relocates. He misses that one, a makeable. Again, Towns a walk-in, normally knocks these down. He has been struggling with the 3 the last couple of games, as Deuce McBride has been in this game as well. You see that shot there from Josh Hart? We just showed you him making the same look, and he just missed that one. So these are the quality looks they're talking about. They've got to get rhythm. They've got to find those shots and knock them down. That's a big part of it. Karl-Anthony Towns knocked down a 3 with about 7-minute mark of the third quarter. That ended a run of 12 straight misses from 3 by the Knicks in this game. Three-point ball. We talk enough about the three-point defense. The three-point offense for the Knicks has gotten away from him in this game so far.
All right, don't forget to join the two of us on the postgame show. Wally will join us from Dallas. And go to chase.com.
Stream on the Gotham Sports app. Earlier tip on Saturday, and that's a big one against Orlando. How about a road celebrity roll? Clayton Kershaw's here, Clyde.
Yeah, I could hit him. I
mean, Nathan Lucas did swing at ball 4. Kurt Thomas in the house as well. Nick Legend, he was very happy to see you, Mr. Frazier.
Yep, showing a lot of love in his hometown.
I think we caught a glimpse at Avery Johnson, who coached both the New Jersey and Brooklyn Nets, and briefly here in Dallas.
The little general, they called it.
Listed at 5'11".
Yep.
Won a title in 1999. And is number 6 retired by the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, the Knicks contained Marshall the third quarter, but D'Lo erupted. So they've got to get him under control as we go down in the fourth quarter now. Deuce found the range. He was 0 for 6, or he started to can a couple of shots.
Knicks will start the fourth quarter with Brunson on the bench. You got Clarkson, McBride, Shamet, Yabusele, and Towns.
Brunson prolific tonight, 27 points in 27 minutes.
In search of his third consecutive 30-point game. Of course, his first game back after missing 2 with an ankle injury. Towns right to the cup.
And doing it with the left hand. Normally he's a right-handed killer. That time with the left hand.
He can be so quick with that first step, even as a 7-footer.
Shrewd and clever. Now they're doubling D'Lo.
Hardy into McBride. He draws the foul.
Take a look at Towns' dexterity, folks. And he's ambidextrous. Yeah, they're using the left hand all the way with the hoop. So right away, the Mavs come right back. Hardy has been creating havoc with his muscle. So he's at the line.
15 points for Towns, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists.
And what was a dreadful first quarter, most of the second, this game is going to come down to a lot of excitement.
Maybe when you heard the Cooper Flag injury or illness news and the fact that Jalen Brunson was coming back, you might not have predicted a 2-point game early in the fourth quarter, but here we are.
Yep. Got to look at those keys that I talked about. Defense. The main one is pride now. And Towns just, ooh, that was in and out.
Russell keeping his head up, and now it's Marshall with speed. Good feet from Krishan Yabusele to stay with him.
Marshall had 19 at the half. Still only 2 since then.
Off the dribble, Russell. Still hot from the third quarter when he has 14 points.
Yeah, he's had infinite range. Again, the 3-ball.
McBride, a foul line jumper. Tipped and gathered by Marshall.
One and done for the Knicks. Oh, alley-oop.
Tipped by Towns, stolen by McBride.
Yeah, see the ball, see your man. Good job by Towns.
Yabusele. Short race for the rebound, won by Russell.
I saw Yabusele aiming that shot, folks. Lacking confidence.
15 lead changes tonight. We saw 21 of them in Miami on Monday.
Yeah, this guy is not lacking confidence.
Lively in a crowd. It finds the best corner shooter in the NBA, but Christie couldn't connect.
Good hustle by Towns to preserve the rebound for the Knicks.
Clarkson goes to work on Russell. In the paint, lefty layup, draws the foul. D'Angelo Russell is so tough to stop. He's 9 of 13 from the field tonight.
Yep, and watch the 3-ball. Yabo giving him too much room with the switch.
He had 5 points at halftime.
Clarkson has been very elusive off the bounce. His creativity giving him 2 free throws this time.
He is shifty inside. And he's now 3 for 4 from the stripe.
The Knicks free throw woes. 16 or 26 now.
Well, they've missed 10 tonight.
Right. I mean, Towns has been culpable. So has Brunson. And that is devastating, folks.
I mean, they're one of the best foul shooting teams in the NBA at 83% entering tonight.
Conversely, these guys are 12 or 14. It's not how many you take. It's how many you make.
So Yabusele coming out for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's lacking that confidence.
It is a season-high 17 minutes for Krishan Yabusele. 4 points, 2 rebounds, but 0 for 5 from 3. Tied at 90, the 11th time we've been knotted up tonight. Christie from that same corner, and this one goes.
Yeah, how many can he miss? He's been missing them all evening until that one.
McBride and Towns, they drove the comeback effort on Monday. Combined for 23 fourth-quarter points. Now Bridges to Shamet in the corner. Christie skies in for the rebound.
You see some energy now from the Mavs, folks. They're exuding confidence. Look at the body language.
That was Shamet's first 3-point attempt after taking 7 on Monday.
Especially this guy. He's got it all going on. Now he has the mismatch that he wants.
Step back over Towns. Airball. The heat check unsuccessful, and the Knicks take over.
Yeah. About time you miss.
He raises a finger to say, my bad, as if there was any debate.
Towns again, elusive.
Has a step on Gafford, and he got hammered. Another trip to the foul line where he's 4 for 7 tonight.
Remember, I was saying they should take away his right hand. They're doing that now, but he's still finding a way to elude them with the left. So previously hooping with the left, now drawing 2 fouls at the line.
It's the 4th foul on Hardy.
Nice moving and grooving by Towns. Game on the line, he's starting to erupt.
Let's see how Hardy's working, and the Knicks do have Thursday and Friday off before that Saturday showdown in Orlando.
Oh, what is going on here? Those missed free throws always come back to haunt you.
They're 17 of 28 from the line, as Klay Thompson will check in for Jaden Hardy. Again, Towns entered the night at 91% from the free throw line. Now he's 5 of 9 this evening.
See the frustration on his face. They got to contain this guy Williams, folks. He could create some problems now. A very erratic, acrobatic, charismatic player.
Gafford marked by Towns, and the handoff to Williams. Two-man game. They'll get Christie involved. Tough three over Shamit is good.
Shamit looking. Christie cooking.
Towns on the attack again, and that one drops.
I thought he was fouled too.
A lot of English on that shot off the front rim. It spun home.
Gafford was mugging him.
18 for Towns.
Thompson post toasties.
Oh, a rare short-range shot for Klay Thompson.
6'7". Clarkson is 6'4".
13 points for Klay Thompson.
Thompson playing some defense.
Towns with 10 to shoot. Knicks down 5. McBride, three-pointer. Got it.
Oh. Deuce was 0 for 6. He's made his last 3. Timely hoop that time.
Very similar to the Miami game. McBride got hot late in the game, and it put the Knicks in position.
Both teams on top of their game now. Oh.
Hit by McBride. Shamit hit it off of Thompson out of bounds.
Yeah, Thompson lackadaisical going for the errant pass. Let's think it took Deuce. Showing the infinite range from the elbow with the swish.
And it's still just 25% from distance. Well, that was a big one.
And all the missed free throws. And they're still in the game. But again, those come back to haunt you eventually.
Dallas takes timeout just as Jalen Brunson had checked into the game. So Jason Kidd wants to make some adjustments. 98-96. Mavericks in front with 7:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Fun night in Dallas where we've seen a little bit of everything at American Airlines Center. D'Angelo Russell, a 14-point third quarter. Josh Hart grabbing a snack courtside. But we haven't seen anybody chanting "Fire Nico," because Nico Harrison, the Mavericks general manager, was let go last Tuesday. You would hear "Fire Nico" chants almost every game here, apparently, as fans showed their displeasure with the Luka Doncic trade, which came last February 1st. Now they're ready to move on. It's the Cooper Flag era, and they hope the Anthony Davis era, but he missed his 10th game tonight with a calf strain.
Now trade rumors about this man going New York, everywhere. They want to get rid of him. Stay tuned.
And Kyrie Irving also has some trade rumors swirling. He's still out with an ACL injury. But in the here and now, the Knicks are down 2 on the road against a team they're favored against.
Yep. Not where they want to be, but controlling their own destiny so far.
Brunson, and a pick ball with the 14 on the clock.
And you see what they're going to do to Brunson. Double team him. Make some other Knicks step up.
It is Brunson, Bridges, McBride, Hart, and Robinson. Back to Brunson, who's got 27 points.
See, they're forcing him to the double. There it is.
Mavericks wanted to travel on Hart, but Bridges gets to his spot. Misfired on the midi.
The last game, Bridges vanished in the fourth quarter. He's got to step up tonight.
He started 4 for 4. He's 2 of 6 since. Williams, nice crossover off the hesitation. Swinging around, Klay Thompson.
Oh.
Cisse got a piece of it. Who touched it last? They'll say Deuce McBride.
Thompson missing shots he could make with his eyes closed in his prime. So, but he won't continue to miss them. Again, he's uncontested.
He started 3 of 6, but he's missed his last 2.
Got to keep Williams out of the paint. Very elusive off the bounce. There he goes.
2 crossovers and a good block after the foul by Bridges to avoid what could have been an and one.
He saw Brunson, knew he could get a step on him. So Williams 4-2.
There was that close call on the out of bounds. They said it was off of McBride. Now Mike Brown said that he made a mistake challenging too early on Monday in Miami. They did not have a challenge in the second half because they were unsuccessful with their first appeal. So holding on to it a little later. Williams gets the first free throw.
Williams wearing a good number.
Yeah, number 10 looks good on most players, right?
First free throw of the evening, has one more coming.
And you can almost guarantee there's at least someone in this building with an orange and blue number 10 jersey. Someone asked me at halftime, how do I get through the day sitting next to a two-time Hall of Fame legend? And the real answer is I try not to think about it, otherwise my head would explode. 4-point Maverick lead. Brunson breaking down Thompson into the corner for Bridges. Off the side of the backboard. Cleaned up by Hart, and the Knicks are back within 2.
A little serendipity for the Knicks. Ball carrying right to Hart. He was able to finish. Hart's limping up the court. He might have turned something.
Now Christie drives on McBride. 2 steps in the lane, and a hard foul will get him to the free throw line.
And troubling sign right now, folks. These guys are just breaking the Knicks down. Previously Williams, now Christie. These are young players with quickness, and they're starting to create havoc for the Knicks. Let's take a look at what happened to Hart after the fortuitous bounce off the glass. See him right there. He's had trouble with his back, limping up the court.
Christie gets the roll. And we've seen the Knicks at times move to a zone defense when they've had trouble stopping dribble penetration.
Yep, they need it now. Can't deny these forays by these guys.
Christie gets both. Approaching crunch time here in Dallas.
Whoever thought when we started the game that we would have this type of NBA action going on at this stage of the game.
Jalen Brunson was questionable. They are very happy he's available for this one. Hart all alone in the corner. Hits the 3.
Brunson and Hart making them pay. They're doubling Brunson. Hart is stepping up now. 5 consecutive points.
They have needed him tonight. 3 out of 4 from downtown. He's got 16. A whistle and a foul on, I believe, the initial shot. Well, they're going to wave it off. In fact, it's a loose ball foul.
This guy is so fast. You have to take away his right hand, and they're not doing that. Or Christie.
It will be a shooting foul.
Watch the shake and bake. He's like a Westbrook. Look how quickly he goes by the Knicks. So luckily the basket doesn't count. Got to force him to beat you with from the perimeter with the jumper. Not a good perimeter shooter.
He's 1 of 5 tonight. At the foul line, he's 3 of 3. And here comes Najee Marshall.
Williams was not drafted out of UCLA.
That's an impressive story, Clyde. He spent the last 3 years on 10 days and 2-way contracts. The Mavericks fans loved him, but only this year did they give him a 2-year standard contract.
Yep, leading a point guard, and he was averaging over 14 points a game as a starting point guard. Creating havoc now for the Knicks.
2 big free throws there. It's a 3-point Maverick lead.
Brunson got to get rid of the double team. Now he's isolated one-on-one.
Steps back to the elbow. Tipped in by Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson, the quantum leap that time. We mentioned blocking out has become a lost art. No one putting a body on him.
It's Robinson's first field goal on his first shot from the field.
And it was a timely one.
He has eclipsed 20 minutes for the first time this season. Tough catch from Williams in the corner. Marked by McBride, steps through, lost the handle, but it's tipped out to Washington. 2 to shoot. He just realized it, and the Knicks force a shot clock violation.
Let's take a look at Robinson's offensive prowess. Averaging over 5 offensive bounds. Coming up with this one. Look at that. No one blocking him out.
That's your Built Ford Tough Play presented by your local Ford stores.
So Brunson has to get involved now. He's been laying back, but
Bridges tried to find Hart. Stolen by Williams. Ahead of the pack for Marshall, and he'll lay it home. Mike Brown wants timeout. Mavericks buys 3 with 4:39 to go.
Pressure defense that time. Harassing the Knicks, and they coughed it up. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, errant pass by Bridges. Giving him some of his own medicine. Coming up with the steal, Marshall, the beneficiary.
A on location post game for Mr. Wally Zerbiak. Looking sharp as always.
Did you speak to Monica today? How is she doing?
Monica's doing great. She'll be back in just a couple of days. Thanks to Wally for stepping in with the prolific Pat O'Keefe on the radio broadcast.
Yeah. Well, folks, here we are. Knicks talked it over after an errant pass, giving them an easy layup. A little more breathing room. So the Knicks will bring it up.
Brunson leads all scorers with 27.
Yeah, but they've taken him out of the game with the double team. He has to get back involved.
Towns has 18 and Josh Hart was 16 on 3 3-pointers.
Now Brunson's isolated one-on-one.
McBride from the corner, off the mark. Tipped by Towns. Gafford threw it off him, and then Marshall able to grab it.
Something that you never do under the other team's basket. They got away with it.
Marshall directing traffic. Sealed off by McBride. They want the mismatch with Washington.
Washington hasn't been a factor at all tonight.
Off the ball fake. Marshall in the paint, rises and misses short.
Good job by Hart not allowing him to square up to the hoop. Shooting across his body that time.
Towns around the perimeter, in the corner. Bridges ties the game.
Yeah, on the curl play. Shooting with confidence that time.
It's his first 3-pointer in 4 attempts to go along with 6 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. And you see finally in the second half the Knicks have found the range. Now Washington on the other end can't answer, but a whistle and a loose ball foul on the Knicks.
Towns. Let's take a look at Bridges. So they remember the last game, Bridges had 23 points done in the 4th quarter. This is a big one here. Time to hoop that time on the curl. Now Towns mauling Gafford, who's going to the line for 2.
The Knicks are over the limit.
Both teams are over the limit. So we see some tenacious D tonight. And some good free throw shooting, but this time they miss.
Well, the Mavericks, they were 20 out of 22 before that misfire.
Yep.
And they are one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the league. But it's the Knicks who have missed 11 foul shots tonight.
Gafford, this is what you learned in grade school. Take a deep breath, have 10 seconds in which to shoot from the front of the back of the rim. And he does.
It's a nice lesson there, Clyde. 1-point game. The lead has changed hands 15 times tonight.
Johnson one-on-one now.
Washington, a strong wing defender. Brunson off the dribble. Rebound Gafford.
Brunson is yet to get back into the rhythm of this game.
Jason Kidd will call a timeout. With a 1-point lead, a Mavericks team that's 4-11 this year. They've got the Knicks team that's led by more than 8. At the moment, it's a 1-point Maverick lead. And Knicks are running out of time here. 3:06 to go. Jalen Brunson held scoreless in the 4th.
And look at what's happening. They've taken Williams out. They have D'Lo in the game. D'Lo was the catalyst early on, but he was relegated to the bench. Now at this timeout, they have him back out on the court.
There's a timeout off of a Nick miss for Jason Kidd, so he really wanted Russell in there. Shamet got a hand in, but Russell possesses. Off the Gafford screen, offensive foul. Landry Shamet able to draw it, and the Knicks will take over.
Yeah, good hustle by Shamet. Diving on the court, not giving up. And right there, you see the knee by Gafford. Very blatant foul.
That's his 5th.
And that's after a timeout, so Mavs incoherent on that play. See if the Knicks can capitalize.
Brunson, Bridges, Shamet, Hart, and Towns.
Brunson trying to find his rhythm.
Down the lane, floater, no. Hart got the rebound, hits the deck, whistle, and they're going to call a foul, I believe. No, they're going to call a foul on Hart.
A kick ball.
Kick ball on Josh Hart. Wow.
No complaint from the Knicks. Again, Brunson misfiring. Oh, he grabbed the, I don't know. Yep, back to the old foot trick.
That's a tough one. Russell felt the contact, so he threw it up, and Hart gets the rebound.
So we're seeing some folly going down the stretch now.
Down, wide open. Rebound Christie. He's 1 of 6 from long range, and that's be the most open three he'll take all year.
Alley-oop.
Washington with the catch, hammered by Shamet, and he'll get to the free throw line.
Washington, we featured him at the top of the show. Without flag, he's the top gun. He's averaging 15 a game, but has not been a factor tonight. So he only has 3 points. And now going to the line looking for a crucial 2 more.
He has missed 10 of his 11 shots from the field tonight. It's been the Najee Marshall and D'Angelo Russell show. They combined for 55 points.
So some folly by both teams. Hart, the old foot trick, and D'Lo turning it over.
I think that's the new foot trick from Hart. I haven't seen that call before.
I know.
That's the
cradling the ball to you.
That's the first point for Washington since the opening quarter.
PJ. Very focused.
Oh. He gets 1 of 2.
Yeah.
So the Knicks can tie or take the lead as we hit the final 2 minutes in Dallas. Brunson's got 27. Finds Hart at the foul line, giving some room. Over to Bridges for 3. No. Towns got a hand on it. Gafford took it away.
Hart has to look at the hoop, folks. He was wide open.
Marshall swings it. Russell. Back to Marshall.
Good composure by the Mavs. Make the Knicks play. Open up the court. Make them play deep.
Marshall off the dribble. Spins on Towns. Out to Washington for 3. Tipped out to Russell.
Gafford doing a good job with the tip.
8 to shoot. 1:15 to play. Marshall lost it. Ball available. Comes loose to Hart. On the break now. Shamet motors ahead. Kick out. Brunson.
Good transition D by the Mavs.
Shamet's wide open. Knicks take the lead. Timeout Dallas. Landry Shamet. It's his first 3-pointer of the night, and it puts the Knicks up 109-108.
And the Mavs had the game. They start stumbling, bumbling. Marshall forcing it inside. Let's take a look at the futility by the Mavs right here. No reason to do this, man. He dribbles into the double team. And then the Knicks come up with it. Pushing it up. Shamet passes to get it back to Hart. Brunson finds Shamet. And like in Miami, Shamet, damn it, they cried.
I think that's going to catch on, Clyde, as long as the FCC is okay with it. 6 points for Shamet. Earning another start. His 5th of the season.
Timely hoop there. As atrocious as the Knicks have been from behind the arc, from the free throw line, they're clinging to a 1-point lead.
And credit the Mavericks. They are as shorthanded as it gets, and they've given the Knicks everything they can handle. And they're still in position to retake the lead. And the Knicks have been a little inconsistent defensively tonight.
Yep. Especially on that last play. But the Knicks have no fouls to give. They've got to communicate and play defense with their feet and their heads now.
Out of the timeout. They'll keep the same 5 on the floor. Brunson, Shamet, Bridges, Hart, and Towns. Klay Thompson checks in for Dallas. 1-point game, 62 seconds left.
They want Thompson. They were looking for Thompson.
Russell drives on Brunson. Good defense from the captain, but a whistle and a foul. Jalen Brunson imploring the bench to take a look at it. For now, it's his 4th foul.
Russell with 22 points. Oh, see Brunson, the Cardinals seeing the defense, leaving your feet. Stay on the floor. I mean, that's the move that he uses on people.
His own medicine a bit there, yeah.
Right, he should know that move.
Scott Foster giving him the explanation. 2 big free throws here for D'Angelo Russell. It's his first trip of the night.
Oh!
This is the first.
He had been prolific, 22 points in 22 minutes.
He's at 70% for the season, and he just gave the Knicks a gift.
Yeah, the pressure's on now.
Knicks have 2 timeouts. Mavericks have 1.
And the Knicks fans are booing him to no avail that time.
A kind roll for Russell. We're tied at 109. Runs it across midcourt.
And like we started the game, the crowd is on their feet.
Brunson out of the double team. Hart inside off the pump fake. Got it back. Did not hit the rim. Shamet again. He got it! Landry Shamet's second clutch three-pointer. And the Knicks have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Hart was stumbling, bumbling, misfiring, but able to get the rebound. Shamet, ice water in his vein. A Knick with the knack right now. Let's take a look at the action. Hart misfires. Gafford doing a good job pounding him. And Shamet going to the open spot with the switch. Still work to be done by the Knicks. They know it. But he's shown a valiant effort here. Timely hooping by that man.
From competing for the last spot on the roster to rising to the occasion in the clutch here in Dallas. Landry Shamet, 2 3-pointers, both to give the Knicks the lead.
Remember against Miami, the 36 points he had a career high. Big 3 balls. So if you're the Knicks, you don't want to foul and deny the 3 ball. Stay on your feet.
This is usually the time broadcasters say the Mavericks don't need a 3 necessarily, but they've been getting some good looks tonight. They're at 38%.
And we know the Knicks have been vulnerable to giving up 3s, so not out of the equation right now.
The Knicks have missed 11 free throws. They're shooting 29% from 3. Let's go! They're a step or 2 away from grinding this one out. The Mavs are 3 of 9 from long range in the 4th quarter. Inbound from Washington. Thompson, top of the arc. Gets a look off the dribble. Air ball and a rebound from Robinson. He is wrapped up. Knicks were hoping to get a timeout to avoid potentially sending Robinson to the line.
Why was Thompson hurrying? He had plenty of time. If he didn't get the shot this time, there's a lot of time. So he's in disarray. Much to the delight of the Knicks, coming up short.
And the Knicks were not in the bonus, which is good news. We do not have to send Robinson to the free throw line. I think maybe the early shot from Klay Thompson was a 2-for-1 opportunity. And you see it here. They don't necessarily have to foul because there's 3 seconds between shot clock and game clock, but you're kind of playing with fire at that point.
Yep.
And the Mavericks are out of timeout.
Yeah, between that proverbial rock and a hard place.
That's right. On air ball from one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. Inbound to Shamet. And they do foul him as he gets the pass over. So free throws for Shamet.
It's very apropos that Shamet take them out of their misery. He put them in their misery. Made the last 2 3 balls, propelling the Knicks now at the line, looking for 2 more.
Is it the second Landry Shamet game in the past week? Remember, Karl Anthony Towns had 31 in the first half on Friday, but it was overshadowed by Shamet's 36, although the door is still open here.
There's a crack.
Shamet, an 84% foul shooter. It's ajar.
Feel a little draft. A little draft coming in.
Always cool under pressure, Clyde. Free throw missed. And there's some free food for the fans here. Shot clock is off. The Mavericks can still tie with a 3.
Marshall didn't know what to do with the ball. He still doesn't know.
Williams off the dribble three. No, Robinson the rebound, and this time will have to shoot free throws with 6.6 to go.
And not the guy you want going to the line to shoot them. So,
but not the guy you want shooting either. Williams is under 20% from three this year.
Yep. And good contesting by Hart. And Robinson, you know, there's an eternity left if he doesn't make these free throws.
You can envision what that possession might look like if Kyrie Irving was healthy, but just another product of how many injuries they've dealt with.
What is Robinson from the line tonight, folks? 1 for 4. Whoa.
1 for 5 now. The Mavericks are out of timeouts. And the question always comes up, do you foul up by 3?
Teams rarely do that. Because they think they might foul while they're in an act of shooting. Robinson hearing it from the crowd.
Here's his biggest free throw of the season so far. Didn't get the roll. Washington the rebound, and Hart will foul. He doesn't think he fouled, but there are some out there who would applaud his decision, whether you want to call it that or not, to force free throws for the Mavericks and not give Dallas a chance to tie with a 3.
Well, you would like to let him get the rebound and then let time run off and foul. See, right here is instantaneous. So it stopped the clock right there. So there was a chance for them to double him and create havoc, but we'll take it.
Well, neither team has used a challenge.
Washington at the line. He only has 4 points.
And remember, he went 1 of 2 from the line earlier that allowed for more Shaman heroics.
Yeah, he made the first, missed the second. He'll try to make the first and miss the second one this time.
I'm going to blame our producer Spencer Julian for bringing up a couple of years ago when the Mavericks were in this situation and missed a free throw intentionally, tied, and it went to overtime. The only difference is there was a guy in that game who had a 60-point triple-double, and he plays for the Lakers now.
Will he make it or miss it?
I think at this point, with no timeouts, you have to miss it, or at least try to. Washington rainbows it in. Knicks call timeout, 5.9 to go. There is still time for Dallas to foul and maybe get another possession. Of course, the Knicks can't get it beyond a 1-possession game.
Well, the Mavs seem to have no plan to me about what to do. You know, when they were down 3, even when they got it with the 3-pointer, Williams ill-advised shot. Before that, it was Thompson, an ill-advised shot. So they're trying to give the game to the Knicks, but the Knicks are hanging on now. All they have to do is get it inbounds and make some free throws. Right, look at that. He's shaking his head, but even if he missed that shot, it wasn't going to carry him to them. You know, usually guys try to bank it off the back of the glass or you get a high bounce. But so things going well for the Knicks. Let's see if they can win their first road game of the season, folks.
They're going to have to earn every bit of what could be their first road win. They're 0-4. Only other winless road team in the NBA is the Indiana Pacers, and they picked up their second win of the entire season earlier today, beating the Hornets by 9 at home. Benefit of that timeout is you can take Mitchell Robinson off the floor. So Brunson, Hart, Bridges, McBride, and Towns is the free throw specialist lineup for Mike Brown. But nothing seems certain at the free throw line tonight, including the recent 2 misses from Robinson. The Knicks are 18 of 33 from the stripe. That's 55% for a team that normally shoots 83%. Josh Hart's fingerprints all over this game. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. A big inbound here. Knicks by 1, and Hart will use the final timeout. They're trying to get Brunson free.
Good pressure by the Mavs. There was nowhere to go with the pass. Knicks have to design a better season game. Nobody could buy a shot. We never thought we did think that after halftime. We thought it would come down to this. A very dramatic, emphatic play. And it has.
The Knicks were 0 for 10 from three-point land in the second quarter, but still found a way to lead by 2 heading to the third. This would easily be their grittiest win of the season. I mentioned earlier, they went 6-1 on the recent homestand. And they shot over 40% from 3 across those 7 games. But tonight, 28%.
And the free throw will.
Yeah, that's inexplicable.
Yeah, exacerbating their problem here.
5 of their 15 misses have been from Mitchell Robinson. Deuce McBride and Mikal Bridges all the way in the backcourt. 5-second timer starts, and they get it into Brunson. He'll drive the baseline, and a couple seconds tick off before Christie can foul him.
Well, they were trying to go for the steal and then the foul. So Brunson doing a good job not being trapped in the corner. Washington does a good job getting out of the pressure in the corner. See, off the bounce, and then they would compel the foul. Brunson triumphant return, 27 points. Looking for 2 more. 3 or 4 from the line.
Well, the door's wide open now.
This has been.
The Knicks have missed 5 free throws in the last 19 seconds. They haven't made any in the last 19 seconds. No timeouts for Dallas. They will either inbound or rebound quickly. And now they can win it with a 3. Brunson gets the second. 3.8 to go. Washington will inbound. Williams, Lively, Thompson, and Christie on the floor. 2-point lead for New York. Washington runs the baseline to midcourt for Lively. Pass to Williams. Drives the lane. Got the layup. He scores and 1 with 0.7 to go.
Offensive foul. Whoa.
Overturned. It's going down. And the Knicks will take over with 0.7 to go. Wipe the 2 off the board.
Hallelujah.
What a swing. Williams can't believe it. He thought he had a chance for a winning free throw, but it's quite the opposite.
Obviously, this partisan crowd does not like it.
Inbound is tipped by Washington. The final horn sounds. Take a deep breath, Knicks fans. They've hung on for their first road win of the season. A 113-111 nail-biter in Dallas as we get one more look at that offensive foul.
Washington, charismatic, acrobatic, dramatic, wheeling and dealing. Where's the foul? Right there. The old. Yep, he grabs him with the elbow.
I thought there was contact initially from Shamet there.
Right there. There's the foul. Holding it right there. Yep. Very blatant once you see it like that.
Now, good defense in the end from Shamet.
Shamet, one of the many heroes tonight for the Knicks. He made the big threes. Brunson, auspicious return. So, good team effort by the Knicks.
Let's bring in Landry Shamet. 2 go-ahead 3-pointers, and then you drew the game-winning offensive foul. Can you sum up the last wild minute for us there?
I gotta make 2 free throws. Man, a wild finish down the stretch. It's a road win. They're not always going to be pretty. That was not 48 minutes of basketball we would, like to play, but you'll take a road win and we can build on it.
Well, it was good composure by you guys coming back, especially the 2 big threes that you were able to come up with.
Yeah, the ball found me. It wasn't finding, I didn't find any open looks early, and stayed composed and knew, had a feeling someone would come in the fourth, and they did. So just step in, ready to shoot. Good plays by my teammates, and I'll take them.
Now, most people in this building, and certainly Mavericks fans, thought that was an and one on that last play. How sure were you that the foul was going against Dallas?
That was a good call by the officials. Tough way to see the game end on a call like that, but I think they made the right call, and I want that one as a defender. I want that one. So we don't want it to come down to that, though. We got to do a better job of playing 48 minutes and find a way to create some more separation early in the game.
Well, yet another Landry Shamet game for the Knicks. Congratulations and thanks for the time.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Knicks fan, he had his popcorn ready.
A little knick-knack.
And it was necessary tonight. Let's take a look at the Audi electrifying play, Clyde.
Yep. The Knicks are moving and grooving. Shamet in the corner with the swish. And another one, deja vu, giving the Knicks some breathing room. Then he goes to the free throw line and missed 2 free throws. And then look at this good defense right here, drawing a charging violation. The Knicks prevail in Dallas.
We've got a lot to wrap up on the other side of the break, but the Knicks get the win by 2 in Dallas.
Max One Music. music.